You know, penis and vagina are really the only two words we need to use to teach our kids about private body parts. It's so simple, and yet so many parents use every term under the sun, like flower or Mary, when describing body parts because, you know, a lot of parents don't feel comfortable having that conversation about sexuality. And what it does is it doesn't set our kids up safely, because if anything happens to them where they feel unsafe, they need to be able to go to someone they trust and use the correct words so that person knows what they're talking about. It was such a great conversation that I had last night with my daughter. She was telling me at school that her teacher was talking to them about how to protect themselves sexually. And she said, you know, she learned that she needs to work out who those people are that she trusts and to be able to go with the correct name, like penis or vagina, and describe what's going on for her. And I thought, what an amazing conversation to have. What a great teacher for being able to be so open and have this conversation. And then I thought, what a great opportunity for me to have a conversation with my other two kids to, you know, talk further about sexuality. And I think the thing is, I feel completely comfortable having this conversation because I've armed myself with the facts, with the information about how to do it. So I feel completely at ease going in. And there are many parents that probably wouldn't feel comfortable, and that's completely normal because, you know, it all depends on what you've been exposed to growing up. Like in my household, for example, you know, sexual issues weren't talked about. No, that was something not discussed at all. And so I felt a really deep level of discomfort with it until, you know, I learnt the facts and the information. And so in having this conversation, the first tip would be to use the appropriate body names. Secondly, I would say definitely open up to questioning. Like once you've described something, then ask them if they've got any questions. I'd much rather be answering those questions than someone in the schoolyard, for example. And then also to have the conversation like you were having it, like any other conversation, to feel completely comfortable with having the conversation before going into it. So what I've done is put together a list of questions and answers, and to make this conversation, you know, flow. And it's very age appropriate as well. So I've sort of split it up into ages. And I'd be really interested in your feedback. Do you feel it's an appropriate conversation to have?